David has given to his family now. I had that opportunity to do that with my family. Trevor had it with his, and it was possibly one of the best things you can do with children.
He's got his children with him today, of course. Pierluigi Collina in charge, and there is Sir Alex Ferguson back out at Old Trafford. The 75,000 sellout crowd delighted to see a former manager back at the Theatre of Dreams. Luis Figo's World 11 are the opposition. Sir Alex Ferguson in charge of the Great Britain 11 today, and our match commentator at Old Trafford today is Steve Bauer.
Back at the Theatre of Dreams in Manchester, and in Alex Ferguson's case, back in the dugout at Old Trafford, over 2 years on from his retirement after his glittering career at Manchester United. And before the teams meet each other, there will be a performance from the talents of Andrea Bocelli. certainly lifted the roof for the sellout crowd for this occasion. And hopefully has set the tone. Royalty watching on as well. On a huge day for UNICEF and all they do around the world. It really is a star-studded lineup assembled by that man. Former teammates, players he's competed in Champions League and World Cup matches against as well. All here to support a terrific cause. Sir Alex Ferguson meeting so many of his former players from Manchester United's past as well. There's one he tried to sign and failed. Ronaldinho. Weren't too many of those in his stewardship. Well, the Great Britain and Ireland squad assembled have 93 Premier League titles between them. Amongst those to start with David Beckham today are former Manchester United teammates Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Phil Neville and Darren Fletcher. The Chelsea captain John Terry, who succeeded Beckham as England skipper, also starts. Picture book moment. Huge significance for the day. So many of the world's best players in the last 2 decades are here. The rest of the world party include 2 former World Player of the Year winners. They're led by Beckham's former Real Madrid teammate Luis Figo. They include 4-time Champions League winner Clarence Seedorf and the 2002 World Cup winner Ronaldinho. Plenty of big names amongst the substitutes as well, including former England striker Michael Owen and the former Manchester United treble winner Dwight Yorke. Ronaldinho will be one of the fittest players on display, having recently been playing in Brazil for Fluminense. Luis Figo, number 7. Who wore the shirt with such distinction, captaining the rest of the world team today against Manchester United and England's former number 7, David Beckham, and Pierluigi Collina, who was voted the best referee in the world 6 seasons running, has turned out as well 10 years after his retirement to officiate the first half today. He famously officiated the 1999 Champions League final, which of course David Beckham competed in. Well, before kick-off there will be a minute's silence to remember those who lost their lives in the tragic events that unfolded in Paris yesterday.
On the referee's whistle.
Impeccably observed. Everyone's thoughts with those in the French capital. So Alex Ferguson back in the dugout at Old Trafford, and it will be the rest of the world in their blue strip to get the game underway. Managed by Carlo Ancelotti. The former strikers Patrick Kluivert and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, 2 Champions League winners in their day, to begin proceedings at Old Trafford. A footballing feast, but there will be a competitive edge. We had Nessun Dorma prior to kick-off. That evoked memories of the World Cup semi-finalist alongside me, Chris Waddle, who's looking forward to this.
No, I'm only joking. It's a great, he's done it brilliant, didn't he? And what an occasion this is. A lot of talent, obviously, they'll not play the pace. What we used to see them over the years when they were great on the eye to watch. And David Beckham and his team done a wonderful job to get so much talent here today.
Here's Paul Scholes. There's a habit of turning out in charity matches and stealing the show. First cheer of the day for David Beckham. Back at Old Trafford. And we were saying prior to this that the Butterflies would be just as great walking out today as they were the first time he did that 21 years ago last month in a League Cup tie here, his Old Trafford debut against Port Vale.
Just tried a crossfield ball there, which probably, 2 years ago that would have reached easily, but because he hasn't been playing the game the last couple of seasons, it does catch up with him.
I'm saying to his fitness is good. Whether his match fitness can last, only he will know. The last goal he scored was in a parents against teachers game with one of his boys' schools. Technically he did score. Ryan Giggs, another huge roar as he marauds down that left-hand side. The Manchester United assistant manager to Ashley Cole. Chance for the first Beckham cross of the day, which is cleared by his former Manchester United teammate Silvestre. And then Cafu back to dispossess Cole, and the first Scholes volley of the day goes over the crossbar.
Well, he's got the technique to put that in the back of the net. He's over the years he's scored some wonderful goals, Paul Scholes, and it's been a great start to the game for the Great Britain and Ireland side. Beckham's had a lot of touches. It comes out here, look to Scholes, one thing in his mind, and he has got the technique on not that occasion.
155 Manchester United goals in that glittering career. 2 spectacular volleys along the way. You certainly wouldn't rule one out flying in today. This is Fernando Couto, who's actually the oldest player starting the game. The former Portuguese international at 46. Phil Neville, his elder brother, of course, played down that right-hand side so many times for Manchester United with Beckham. Fletcher. Giggs with the cross, over Crouch. It was down Fletcher coming in. A lovely little bit of skill there from Seedorf. Figo, retired 6 years ago. So much technical ability on the pitch, Chris.
Oh, unbelievable. I think I've got to say the rest of the world want to play a lot slower than the Great Britain team at the minute. They're taking far too long on the ball, and obviously Great Britain are a lot of players who know the English game, a lot of players who play on this pitch. They're playing a little slightly higher tempo, and they're getting the ball back very quickly.
Terry and Jamie Carragher getting a few boos from the staunch Manchester United supporters in the crowd. Even such a good cause can't prevent that. Footballing rivalry. Trying to pick out Ashley Cole, who's up against Cafu. 2 former Roma fullbacks, and Cafu has committed the foul.
He didn't know Cafu, didn't he? Because Ashley Cole is still playing. Cafu read it well, and a little bit harsh, but he's given the free kick.
Brazil's most capped footballer ever. Cafu, who's 45 now. Still looking fit. And this is a familiar sight. free kick with Beckham or Giggs over it.
I wonder who's going to take it.
Beckham assumes responsibility, and that needed tipping over by the former Manchester United goalkeeper Edwin van der Sar.
Well, you know, he's always had quality in that right foot at delivering crosses in dead ball situations. It's a comfortable save for Van der Sar. I think at his age he's got to get it a bit lower to make him work.
And it's still being taken by Sir Alex. Beckham with the corner. John Terry got his head to it. Coming quickly at Giggs. Terry. Good pressure by Cole. Here's Ji-sung Park, only recently retired himself, the former Manchester United Champions League winner. Figo. The World Player of the Year back in 2001. He couldn't find a way through there.
It's strange. It's a great player, Figo. I used to love watching Figo play. Fantastic player. And you can see there, he knows his mind's telling him what to do, but his legs will just not lift or move quick enough to release the ball. And it must be so frustrating.
I should point out as well that the Great Britain Ireland team have three current Premier League players in their starting 11. Lovely control by Beckham. Sylvester with the interception. He's one of those current players, Darren Fletcher, now of course with West Bromwich Albion. Given away by Phil Neville. One back by Fletcher. Here's Scholes. Set himself. You could see the intention on that occasion. It didn't quite have the execution to beat Van der Sar.
Well, they're enjoying themselves at the minute. Great Britain and England team. Scholes, he has got the abilities, no doubt about that. But Van der Sar, great goalkeeper over the years and very tall.
Now the marketing director at his former club Ajax, where he won the Champions League before coming to England. Lifted forward by Seedorf. First touch for an Ireland goalkeeper David James, who's smiling as well. He's a former Liverpool player, of course.
Even in charity. Relentless, isn't it?
So many picture book moments. This match for children was sold out in less than 4 days, which is remarkable, Chris, really.
Oh, it just shows you. I mean, Manchester United, people love to come to Old Trafford. They've never been. It's a fantastic stadium, but with the pull of their ex-players as well, who are so popular here, coming through the system.
Kluivert stomach.
You just look at the rest of the world and they might be better off putting someone like Park, who's playing left back at the minute, into the midfield, a bit of energy, because he's pretty fit.
Sent to his Cafu at 45, as we mentioned.
That was class, that, wasn't he? Brings it down, walks away. And yeah, sometimes you just wonder, a lot of these players, you know, when they finish, you just wonder, you know, could they just prolong it a little bit and just come on for 20 minutes in a game? You know, some of them still got that 20 minutes in them, which is quality to watch.
Ashley Cole on Luis Figo. Ashley Cole, who only played 11 times for Roma, having left Chelsea. He's without a club at the moment. Still only 34. Seedorf. Ancelotti watching on. by Butt. Slipped into Beckham. He's managed to pick out Ryan Giggs. Crouch. But might fancy a go. Good save from Van der Sar. Ashley Cole on the follow-up into the side netting.
He's never been renowned for his goal scoring, has he, Ashley Cole? That was a good chance, wasn't it? Great Britain and Ireland dominating the game, which you expect with the legs there, Nicky Butt. Good effort, another good save. Van der Sar tested this time low to his right. And Ashley Cole, he'll be disappointed. He's got Crouch standing there as well for a tap in. There's the shot again. This time they do test Van der Sar. He gets down. It's a good save, pushes it well away.
Ashley Cole won 107 caps for England. Played in all those major tournaments, never actually managed a goal for his country. And he couldn't get the first game of this match for children in the driving rain in Manchester, we should point out. Certainly not dampening the enthusiasm, though. The offside flag is up. It's a fabulous ball from Ronaldinho.
Well, it's took him what? It's just 11 and a half minutes to get into the game, really. He's not touched the ball. But I'm surprised. You've got to give him the ball wherever he's available. He's a great player to watch. It can be frustrating for your teammates, but the fans love the way he plays football.
Beckham trying to find Crouch, who's onside and denied by Van der Sar. Here comes Fletcher. Silvestre stops it on the line. Well, the rest of the world are living dangerously.
Well, Peter Crouch should score first, shouldn't he? But to Van der Sar again, showed all his experience, fantastic save. And Silvestre didn't really know a great deal about the follow-up.
Solskjaer. Ball back to him by Clyburn. The Britain and Ireland team enjoying themselves. But Phil Neville in an advanced position. He's going to be able to keep it in. Beckham to cross it in. Scholes arriving! Well, that was like winding back the years. Beckham's cross. Scholes' header. Seen that once or twice. And it's broken the deadlock with the first goal of the afternoon. And Paul Scholes finished it off.
Well, it has been coming. Again, this right-hand side. Alex Ferguson sitting there with a smile, as you say, and how many times you saw that ball coming in from David Beckham over the years on this right-hand side, wraps his foot round it. Scholes knows he's going to hit the spot, he just gambles onto the post. And it's a good header, just heads it down. Van der Sar this time, no chance. Very good header. Great ball in by David Beckham.
Well, that was a goal made and scored by the Manchester United youth team originally. Two players he gave their debuts to, and Paul Scholes, who went on to win 25 major honours in the game, as the first goal of this match for children. And even in an event like this, you can still see what it means to them, Chris, as well.
Yeah, you've always got that competitive edge where it doesn't matter, you know, if I have a side to kick around with your kid in the garden, you want to win all the time. It's been brought into you, especially a club like Manchester United with Alex Ferguson in charge. So, yeah, they'll want to win this game, right?
That's lifted in by Giggs. That's felt he was fouled by Silvestre.
Which he was.
Sancho was denied a Champions League winners' medal himself by Carlo Ancelotti in his Liverpool days back in 2007. Ancelotti's Milan getting revenge for the previous year in Istanbul. Made the run ahead of Scholes. He went back to Giggs instead. Ronaldinho back to help out defensively.
It's the first anybody's ever said that in the commentary of it.
He was released by Fluminense in September. He still thinks he can play on. Probably thinks there'll be a few potentially watching today.
he's one of them players, listen, if he's fit and he's sharp, he's 35 now, he's not running around this pitch today, he's not impressing anybody at the minute, but he's one of them you could have an impact for 20 minutes, definitely, if he's fit, and he's got ability, he can turn a game so easily.
There's a player once that Alex Ferguson thought he had signed from Paris Saint-Germain. Just escaped before he eventually signed for Barcelona. Figo. Cafu. This is Robert Pires, who you played against recently, Chris?
Yeah, the last couple of years I've played, what was that, Wembley actually? We played a game and he still looks very fit there.
Let's come to Figo. Blocked inadvertently by Terry. Cafu. Now back with Fletcher. The other advantage Great Britain and Ireland have here is that so many of these players have played extensively together at club and international level. You can see that understanding out there at the moment.
As you said, Steve, earlier on, that the people who are still playing the game, it's a massive advantage fitness-wise. Any football, yes, you may have ability, but if you haven't got the legs, you need that legs there.
Well, Oliver Solskjaer has played in 17 minutes. And of course, he fought so courageously back from that serious knee injury in his Manchester United days to get back playing again before his retirement. And his former treble-winning teammate at Manchester United, Dwight York, is on in his place for the rest of the world. He's just returned, of course, to Swindon Club Molde for a second spell as manager. And beat Celtic recently in the Champions League. That's towards Kluivert.
Maybe 10 years ago he catched that, but at the minute Kluivert's making some good runs at trying to get him behind Jamie Carragher, but the ball's just been overhit.
Given away by Terry, straight to Cafu. First touch for York. There's that famous smile, but he might not be smiling if something comes of this. Lifted in by Giggs. Good improvisation by Silvestre. Strong challenge from Figo, and it needed to be. There's the tricks from Ronaldinho. Look one way, past the other. Cafu. Having the age advantage. Assisted Ashley Cole there. But Cafu hasn't given it up. York goes down under the challenge of John Terry, and Luigi Collina says get up.
Well, I can't believe that. From where we are, which are as long way away, why would he go down?
And he's still down. Seedorf. Now Scholes. Beckham one side, Giggs the other. He's spoilt for choice. He's chosen Giggs. And he went for goal himself.
Wasted opportunity, good counter-attack. Ryan Giggs got a smile on his face there. Right, trying to catch the keeper out. Difficult, but he had options across the box.
Here's Wells with his former teammate Edwin van der Sar. Pires. 6 years at Arsenal, part of that invincible team that was all season unbeaten. Many a tasty game competitively at this ground in Arsenal colours. chase. Terry was always the favourite.
Just lacking a little bit of legs onto the rest of the world. Technically, you can see that they've still got the touch, but just lacking somebody with a bit of energy and a bit of pace.
He's the oldest player on the pitch at the moment. Fernando Couto winning it in the air. Effortlessly played by Scholes. Beckham's looking for Giggs, and he's found him. It's brilliant. Giggs. Crouch couldn't get there. Neither could Fletcher. And the rest of the world survived.
Great ball, Beckham again. It's Giggs at the far post, isn't he? Great first touch, and Anderson's playing very, very well.
45 now, but reflex is being tested. Dutch international. There's Seedorf. 39 now, Clarence Seedorf. Pick up Figo, then Ronaldinho. Rivert's onside. Very comfortably in the end by Carragher. Scholes has probably had more touches of the ball than any other player at the moment.
Yeah, he's just playing that role just off Peter Crouch, isn't he, today? He's got that license to stay higher up the field, and he's already been heavily involved in the best moments. Ooh, not that time.
Even he's human. Don't see that too often over the years.
He probably thought it was a trick. I brought it down, but that's what he'd probably say to everybody after.
That might get mentioned at the function later on. Beckham. Pulled back to Scholes. That was a terrific block by Mikel Silvestre.
It was. Again, Beckham, who's been heavily involved in most things Man United have done. Man United, sorry, Great Britain. But Paul Scholes really could have been on a hat-trick, couldn't he? He's always available. That was a terrific block by Silvestre.
Corner's gone short. Space for Neville. And then lifted in by Butt, and that came off Silvestre again for another corner to Great Britain and Ireland.
Well, it's very important, I think, the rest of the world have in here. To concede another goal, I think we'll see a few heads drop quite early in the game.
Beckham has played almost 400 games for Manchester United to deliver another corner. And he was looking for Giggs, it was cut out by York. Cafu, the double World Cup winner. Pires. Figo popping up on the left-hand side. Seedorf to pick out Cafu, who was unlucky.
It was a lot better by the rest of the world, wasn't it? And Cafu was waving to the crowd. He's still got that energy, doesn't he? Look where he is, how high he's got up the field. He wants the ball, it's a lovely weighted pass. He just can't get his foot wrapped around it into the side net.
142 caps for Brazil, nobody can better that. He's going to take the throw. They won the Champions League under Carlo Ancelotti as well. 2007 with Milan. Lovely skill from York. And Nicky Butt went down with nobody near him there.
Well, this is what happens when you retire and you come back a bit. As I say, he just hit the deck. There was nobody near him at all. Lucky on Dwight York. Trying to look after the ball. Nicky Butt comes into the picture here. And then... oh, that's either his Achilles. His Achilles or his calf. It looks like his Achilles the way he's holding it.
The end of Nicky Butt's day. I think we can safely say that.
It just happens. You see it in the modern game. It's not just ex-players who are playing in charity games like this. To me, you hope it's his calf, which is just popped. Takes what, 4 or 5 weeks, but just the way he grabbed the bottom of his calf, which to me looked like his Achilles.
The medical team are on, sitting him back down. And his famous class of '92 is having his day brought to an abrupt end. So Gary McAllister, until recently the first team coach at Liverpool under Brendan Rodgers, the former Scottish international, is going to come on.
I think it's his Achilles, because if it was his calf, he'd be able to walk off, he'd limp off. When they've strapped his leg down like they have on the stretcher there, you've got to say that. I'd be very surprised if it's not his Achilles.
Well, he is the coach of the Manchester United under-19 team as well, Nicky Butt, who competes in the UEFA Youth League. It's a sad sight to see him stretch it off on a day like today.
Number 20, Gary McAllister.
So Gary McAllister, who was the captain of Scotland for 4 years. Leicester, Leeds, Coventry, and of course Liverpool towards the end of his career, very successfully midfielder. 50 years of age now, Gary McAllister, one of your players used to play against?
Yes, good player, great player, good ability, creative player, passing wise, likes to play balls forward, round the corner, very clever player, and had a great career.
Particularly, as I say, at the latter stages of it with Liverpool. Famously won 4 trophies in one season. Beckham onside. Has time to assess the situation. Trying to find Crouch, and there's Cafu again. I think it's something, Chris, for 45, there's nothing wrong with Cafu's fitness.
Fantastic. Yes, his energy levels have been fantastic. Up and down the park as well as the south. He was not just defending, he's getting forward as well.
Scholes gesticulates to Phil Neville as if to say, you should have got that. Well, there's no smiles there, that's deadly serious.
Oh, he will be, Paul Scholes, and he might have said, yeah, 10 years ago, but not today.
Here's Fletcher. Scholes trying to bring it down and flash it over the bar.
He's on a mission today, isn't he? He's got that role with number 10 role, really, so he's enjoying himself. He could have had a hat-trick easy so far.
Alex Ferguson has described Paul Scholes as having the greatest ever football brain of anyone he's ever worked with.
There's a chance again. Great take. And it's not like Paul Scholes with the ability he's got to lash it. That's 2 or 3 he's lashed at now.
Here's Giggs. Put out by Couto. Great Britain and Ireland corner. All bar Ronaldinho back to defend this for the rest of the world. Giggs to deliver it. Crouch got the first touch, and then John Terry couldn't find the target.
Typical centre-half, isn't it? Unless it's on the head, stay back. Once it's hit the ground, you might as well start running back. It's a good chance for John Terry. It's difficult, it's bounced high, he's trying to get over it. As it drops down here, look, he swivels, it just wouldn't come down for him.
Here come Great Britain and Ireland again with Ashley Cole. 3 in the penalty area. Just too strong for the man of the moment, David Beckham, arriving. It's his goal that most of the stadium are waiting to see.
Well, Ashley Cole, just a little bit too much on it. He didn't need to put as much pace on it.
pulled, then Figo! Almost.
Well, it's the first bit of, well, good opportunity that created the rest of the world, wasn't it? And Ronaldinho has not really been on the ball up. Figo gives a 1-2, great strength, great layoff. He doesn't blast it, he just tries to place it. He just puts his foot round it, tries to place it in that corner. It just goes way to the post.
Figo, who won 4 league titles in Spain, 4 league titles in Italy. Champions League with Real Madrid. Having, of course, infamously left Barcelona. Here's Figo. Now Cafu. Dispossessed by Fletcher. Jumping captain. Square to Beckham. McAllister. McAllister, lovely touch, Scholes. He's shooting onside today.
Too right he is. That's about 6 attempts he's had on goal, hasn't he? And again, Silvestre gets it a distant time again with a block that comes. A lovely little link-up play. Oh, it's Couto who just gets his right foot out. Corner taken.
Giggs. Scholes again on the ball. Full to Terry, and still. Rangers are again alert to the situation. He was 40 years, 205 days old when he won his last Premier League medal. Edwin van der Sar. Age was never a problem. In fact, Alex Ferguson said he got better with age. Here's Ronaldinho. Oh, what about that? Oh, it's a shame it won't count because the offside flag is up. But that was exquisite from Ronaldinho.
Well, that's what you come to these games for. When his name's on the team sheet, you expect things like this. He gets a little bit of good fortune, but looking one way, look, he's looking to the right. Unfortunately, Clyde, who just drifts offside. Look, he gets a little bit of good fortune there, but look, he starts looking the other way. See you later. And it's a great finish. Unfortunately, he's offside. No, but if people are watching, young kids learning and all that, these are the people you learn off. These are masters of the football and the things they can do.
Cafu. Too strong for Figo. Cafu was renowned his illustrious career going up and down that right-hand side. It might be slightly slow, but nothing's changed so far today.
You know, it's like you don't need to play anybody in front of him really. He was sort of a right back wing back or right winger. He just did the whole right-hand side. So whoever played in front of him must have been a dream because he got up and down that pitch.
Looking to Crouch. Couldn't quite pull that one off, and it might still be alive for Great Britain and Ireland. McAllister. Scholes again available and again shooting. Blocked by Silvestre. And the foul by Ashley Cole. And now Figo might be in the wars.
We've run out of substitutions already. Rest of the world. Yes, Peter Crouch with that bicycle kick. I remember him scoring here. Did he score a hat-trick against Jamaica? The only good thing is if he misses, he doesn't have to do the robot celebration, so... Oh, he fell heavily on his shoulder there, Figo.
Oh, we've already seen Nicky Butt stretch it off with a suspected Achilles tendon injury. Now Luis Figo is down. causing some discomfort here.
It was a heavy fall when we see the replay there. You know, it's we've got to say he's getting on in his years, and he's not be happy with Ashley Cole, put it that way.
43 now. Luis Figo. And there's Cole's senior.
Well, there's the challenge. Look, he just puts his elbow into the ribs really and pushes him to the ground. It's a heavy land. Look, he just pushes his right arm into him, bundles him over, and it's an awkward landing. He lands on his arm.
And like you say, I mean, we're watching born winners here today who got medals racked up for fun. It's very difficult to take that competitive element out of those players.
Well, listen, they'll not be happy with the rest of the world the way they've played. They've come into the game, created a couple of chances. But really, we've got to say Great Britain and Ireland should put this game to bed.
There's Park, 100 caps for South Korea. Golden goal of his country. He goes okay, back on the ball. And that'll be a comfortable one for David James. Giggs looking for the run of Fletcher. Well read by Van der Sar. So he's still playing week in, week out.
Well, I think the goalkeepers, you know what you said when Alex Ferguson said he gets better with age. It's true, goalkeepers do, and we've got to say he's been excellent today.
Giggs, McAllister, queuing up here, Fletcher. Beckham's cross, Sylvester again with an important defensive header. There might be a break on for the rest of the world. Ronaldinho, beautifully done. Now Cliver. Taking on Carragher and going round Carragher. And then Terry came to Great Britain Ireland's rescue.
That was quality by Clive, wasn't it? Jamie Carragher, he sends it one way or the other. He had to pay to get back into the ground there, didn't he?
Clive, of course, who famously, back in '95, the winning goal in the Champions League final for Ajax. Giggs trying to go all the way through. Van der Sar again, very alive to the situation.
He's another player. Ryan Giggs for me could easily play 20 minutes, half an hour in a game. Look at the pace. Still got that trick. He's still got the pace.
He's played more often for this club here, Manchester United, than Ryan Giggs. 963 games. York. Figo onto his left.
I think we've just come into the game with the rest of the world because we've got to say Great Britain and Ireland have come off the pace. They'll be feeling the pace a lot. They've had a lot of ball. Fitness is a big thing, and the game's slowed up, which suits Figo this time. Couldn't get it on target, but they have come back into the game.
Enjoy the experience of one of the world's greatest singers and superstars.
Pires. A little bit of space for Seedorf. Lovely touch. They're beginning to turn it on here. The rest of the world, they're being allowed to express themselves. York. Cafu. Thorpe holding the ball up there. He's eventually arrived. Neatly done by Crouch. Beckham's encouraged to shoot. Still no golden goal on his golden day.
Well, as you say, he's very much encouraged to shoot. He had Neville on the outside, he could have rolled it. Never tripled the goal.
I'll tell you something, Great Britain and Ireland get a penalty. You won't need to email in to guess who's taking it.
Paul Scholes.
Teammates. Direct competition, his Seedorf. A career he had as well in the Champions League with 3 different clubs. Seedorf. Ahead of Ronaldinho.
It's strange, isn't it? When Ronaldinho gets the ball, you don't want him to pass it, do you? You just want him to do tricks with it.
Free kick to the rest of the world.
And again, just gets away from the space. Look, quick feet.
Possessed by Park. Now, is there an opportunity here for the rest of the world? The ball was just behind Figo. Beckham onside. And he's in here. He's away from Pires. He was trying to tee up Ashley Cole. And I'll tell you something, Fernando Couto, not for the first time in this first half, at 46 in the right place at the right time.
Well, he just said it here, TV. His experience knows. He anticipates where the ball's going. Look, he's running back. He's looking over his shoulder and he's thinking it's definitely going far post, and he just cuts the line off. It took 2 players to pick him up, by the way.
One goes short to McAllister. Scholes. Smiling despite being on the turf. Crouch, his former England teammate Ashley Cole. Beckham on the left-hand side. Last minute of the first half. Here's Scholes trying to slide in Crouch, who's offside. Won't count. Smart finish. And the flag was already up.
Yes, he was offside. We've got a good view from up here. Leisman sticks his flag up very quickly. Again, Paul Scholes. Yeah, he's a good 2 yards offside, and it's a good finish.
He's a teammate of David Beckham at 2 World Cup finals with England. Across to good effect. And that is the last action of this first half of the match for children. And it is Great Britain and Ireland who have the lead. Edwin van der Sar has kept the score down, but he was beaten after 13 minutes by Paul Scholes' header, delivered to him by a David Beckham right-footed cross. It's been entertaining, but the rest of the world are hanging in there at half-time in the match for children at Old Trafford. It is Great Britain and Ireland 1, rest of the world